Hey guys, welcome to a special holiday edition of The V. I'm Eli Sufi.
And I'm Marina Irola.
And we're back to bring you the latest in sports, school, and the community during the most wonderful time of the year.
I love the holidays. Merry Christmas, Eli.
Thanks. I got you something too.
Thanks.
I bet you I can guess what's in my box first.
I bet you can't.
Well, at the end of the show, we can open them to see who guessed right.
You're on, but before that happens, we have a great show lined up for you guys.
Coming up, we have the scoop on fantasy sports, how students are getting ready for the holidays, and more. So let's get started.
Are you and your classmates undergoing the stressful ups and downs of becoming a new driver? We'll tell you what to expect on the road to getting your license. Here's Sophie Worrell with the story.
Driving. Getting your driver's license as a kid is a very exciting and a nerve-wracking process. Most kids follow the early bird road path, which requires passing the knowledge test, doing 6 hours with a driving instructor, doing 6 months of supervised driving, and passing the road test.
Driver's ed was quite difficult, to be honest. The book didn't really explain things well, but when it came to the test and everything, it was pretty easy.
If you're determined to do something like that, just do it, get it done.
I slept through the class, didn't study for the test, and still passed. Driving is not hard at all.
The test itself was okay as long as you knew how to memorize.
Although some kids have different feelings of the knowledge test, your teacher and manual are sure to provide you with the information needed to pass the test and complete your 6 hours.
The 6 hours. I had a really good teacher who helped me out, and I'm a better driver because of it.
I did. It was not easy at first. She thought I was going to need more hours than 6 of them, but I ended up doing the 6.
I thought it was pretty easy. My driving instructor thought I was a naturally good driver.
The day of your driver's test can either be one of the best days ever or not. Most kids believe the road test is very simple in the end. It contains of a left turn, right turn, and a K-turn, parallel parking, and driving in reverse.
A 5th grade math test would be harder.
It was a lot more simple than I expected it to be. And it kind of scares me, actually, that they let people pass that and then go on the road because it doesn't test your driving ability at all.
Really nervous going in, but the instructors really help you out a little bit. They make you not get as psyched out. They just tell you to calm down and just pursue like you'd regularly do, just like you're practicing. And that really helped me out in the end. And overall, once you get into it, it's pretty easy.
In order to pass the road test, you must complete your 6 points and have your permit with you at all times. After getting your license, if you're 17, then you have a probationary license, which means following all probationary rules for 1 full year.
Not all of them, some of them, the ones that make sense. Like the curfew one, I never really abided.
I don't have the orange decals on my car. I have too many people in the car with me, and I drive past 11 sometimes. I also speed, which is illegal for everybody.
Of course, you can't go against the rules. That's just legal. I mean, I'm a law-abiding citizen, of course.
Yes and no, because I don't use the red stickers, but I abide by the time. I get back by 11, and I also only do 1 non-family member.
Even parents feel that the probationary rules don't need to be followed at all times depending on certain situations.
If she's babysitting and it's going to be after curfew, I allow that. As far as having too many kids in the car, again, it depends on the situation. We try to follow the rules as much as possible, but I do let things slide depending on what's going on. I don't believe in the red stickers. I think that that's a target, so they are not on her car. She keeps them in her glove compartment.
Several kids are lucky enough to have their own car. Others are lucky to be given their car, while a few have to pay for theirs.
I bought most of my car. My grandpa gave me some money, my parents gave me a little bit, and I made most of it.
My father bought me a car for my birthday, so Her name's Destiny, and I'm pretty in love with her.
My parents are paying for my first car, so I don't really have to worry about it.
Well, as of now, due to my recent situation, I had a really nice car. Her name was Jasmine. She was really hot, but she's not here anymore, so I used my mom's car.
My parents said they'll take care of it, so that's great.
Parents are usually scared watching their kids get their licenses, but they soon find out how much easier it makes things.
I really enjoy the fact that she's driving. It's nice not to have to go to school for pickup or when she's working, that she's just independent. Also helping out with driving her brother around and whatever else I may need.
Got your license? Independence is now yours.
I remember I was so nervous when I went to take my driver's test.
It's always a stressful process, but everyone gets through it.
Now let's see what's happening at Wayne Valley. Here's Emily Daly and Jenna Riley. I like your sweater.
Thanks, I like yours too. Anyway, it's time to give credit where credit is due. AP credit, that is. We would like to recognize Wayne Valley's AP Scholar Award recipients. High school students who have demonstrated college-level achievements through AP courses and exams are eligible for this award by receiving a score of 3 or higher on 4 or more exams. Although there is no money rewarded in addition to receiving an award certificate, this achievement is acknowledged on all score reports, boosting a resume or application dramatically. The Board of Education hosted this ceremony on Thursday, November 19th. Congratulations to all who have received an AP Scholar Award, including Wayne Valley Television's own Michael Source.
The saying, out with the old, in with the new, does not quite apply to this next story. After just 2 years here at Valley, VP Tim Reimer is departing and setting out on a new journey. So I guess in this case, out the new, here's Mike West with more.
Mr. Reimer, the head of the math department and the vice principal for the senior class, announced that he is leaving Wayne Valley after only 2 years.
So my new position is district supervisor of mathematics at West Morris Regional High School District. It's going to be very similar to my job here in the fact that I'll oversee the mathematics department at both within 2 different high schools, but will not entail the student contact, the attendance, the discipline component, that I oversee here. It'll just include the mathematics.
Mr. Reimer stated that his new job is much closer to his house and would bring him a lot closer to his family.
Mr. Reimer, he's a great guy. He's always there for the kids, for the students. He always thinks first for them. So now he's leaving, I'm going to be pretty sad.
Mr. Reimer was a fantastic addition to this building. We're going to miss his intelligence, how well he cooperated with people, how well he got along with his colleagues. He really was a great partner, and how much the students loved him.
Mr. Reimer will truly be missed by the entire Wayne Valley community.
Aw, I'm really gonna miss him.
I know, he was a really good guy.
He really was.
The students of Wayne Valley are spreading some holiday cheer through this community service this year. Hundreds of students have donated food items, toys, and even their own blood to support the Wayne Valley community this holiday season. The members of the Leo Club attended a holiday party at the local Foundation for the Handicapped, where they brought joy to handicapped adults by donating gifts and singing Christmas carols with Santa. It's great to see that Wayne Valley students are making a difference in their community.
It wouldn't be Christmas time without holiday music and festive performances. On Wednesday, December 2nd, Wayne Valley's Chamber Choir, a select choral group by audition only, performed at Wayne's Retired Teacher Luncheon. A retired Wayne elementary school teacher started this annual luncheon. This year, it was held at the Paris Inn. Before the performance, Wayne Valley's chorus teacher, Lisa Sabatino, said, "We're glad it's Wayne Valley's turn to sing. We look forward to seeing the retirees, and they look forward to seeing us."
What the UFO is that? Have you walked through the bucket recently and noticed a foreign silver box being built? The unidentified foreign box has students pondering its existence, but it's actually a freezer. The freezer is used for the cafeteria as extra space to store frozen goods. It was decided by the Board of Education to build and expand this freezer to make more room inside the kitchen. With this new addition, nothing but more delicious food is expected.
Have you noticed how lit Wayne Valley is recently? That's because there's new lights.
The new lights aren't the only thing that's lit.
That's so cool.
I know, right? They're so good.
Here's my source to shed some light on the subject.
I like my lights.
The school is brighter, which makes it safer, and also we're spending a lot less money running the lights.
All of the lights.
I think they're nice. I think they add a brighter, happier tone to the school. I think it's easier for kids to learn when it's not so dark. And in my classroom, it's made a big difference. So.
Economically, there are cost savings to the district, and environmentally, they're much more energy efficient, and so thereby we're killing two birds with one stone.
I think they really make it a prettier school. It really lights up the place, makes a big difference. Makes it look a lot nicer when I walk through the hallway, very noticeable.
I think they're lit. We're lit.
Something wrong. I hold my head. MJ gone. I dead. I slapped my girl. She called her feds. I did that time and spent that bread.
I noticed them. They were really bright. Like, whoa, new lights. Yeah.
To be honest, I didn't even know there was new lights.
Jenna, you're still lit.
Oh, whoops. For a quick update on this year's finals, there will only be 3 testing days rather than 5 from the past years. The scheduling of each day will be based on the subject instead of the period, and there will no longer be testing for electives unless it's a science, history, English, or mathematics course. AP students will not have finals in their AP classes because of AP exams. Some AP teachers, however, will be giving a smaller test to each of their classes.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Jenna.
And that's it for school news.
Happy holidays!
Thanks, guys. Eli, are you peeking?
No, of course not. I don't need to cheat.
Oh yeah, then what's in the box?
I don't know yet, but I'll figure it out before the show ends. Just wait and see.
You're never gonna guess. Well, while Eli tries to solve this mystery, let's take a quick break. Coming up, Nicole Motley will show us all of the Christmas spectaculars of Sparta's German Holiday Festival. We'll check in with Valley Sports and more. Stay tuned.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Welcome back.
All over New Jersey, folks are getting in the winter spirit with holiday traditions.
But some people celebrate with holiday traditions that we don't always see. Recently, Sparta held its annual German Christmas Festival. Here's Nicole Motley with more on celebrating Christmas the German way.
They told me,
Weihnachtsmarkt.
Weihnachtsmarkt.
I don't know.
Hard to say, but not hard to find, Weihnachtsmarkt, directly translated to Christmas market in German, offers many holiday gifts, foods, and entertainment. This 2-day festival takes place on December 5th and 6th on the boardwalk of Lake Mohawk in Sparta, New Jersey.
We started 14 years ago, and the idea was to bring something to this country, a beautiful tradition from Germany.
The high-density German population in Sparta is one of the many reasons as to why this festival comes back year after year.
There is a large German community in this town. There are a lot of German companies in this entire area, and there was a number of German ladies actually that were sitting on somebody's deck. And I had lived in Germany, and the conversation went to one lady, and she said, "Why don't we have a German Christmas market here?"
That small idea 14 years ago has been a success ever since. Ever since the start, it grew every year.
In the first year, we probably had a few hundred people. Over the years, we've just seen it grow exponentially. I mean, seriously, the curve has just gone like that to the point now where it's even just going off the charts. So the last couple of years, we've had weather issues, but so we felt it was quite consistent at about 18,000.
Out of the 68 vendors outside, there were 6 vendors that got to sell their gifts in customly made huts made by John Kawaisley of the neighboring town of Newton.
I have 22, 30, 33 inside the country club, and obviously the difference are out on the boardwalk, but there is a total of 101 vendors here.
Aside from the shopping, you can take a break and relax by the entertainment tent, where local high school groups or other musical groups come to perform Christmas songs or German folk music. You gotta go and watch the entertainment. That's a big tent up there.
All the way in the back.
All the way in the back, and it's very interesting.
Very, very interesting.
This is one of the events that becomes heavily populated if you don't get your spot quick. After a long day of shopping, there's authentic German food available to be eaten overlooking Lake Mohawk.
We have the bratwurst and the Glühwein. The Glühwein is a traditional Christmas market drink. It's a hot wine spiced with cinnamon and rum and oranges, and so it's one of the traditions. Because it's cold, you have it outside in Germany.
Every year, the vendors break new records with their sales, even if the weather is not in their favor.
That because we are one weekend only, it actually worked completely in our favor, because people know that we're not here next weekend. So last year, despite the weather, continued to be a record year, even on the rainiest day that we had, and the vendors made out like bandits.
Besides the vendors making money, the community is also benefited from this market. Last year we donated over 15,000 or 18,000, close to that, to the community. Through the 14 years, the purpose of the market has never changed.
But the idea was also to get the town involved, get the schools involved, get the children involved, and make it a happy occasion every year.
Marina, you're not trying to peek, are you?
What? No.
So since you're cheating, any guesses on what's in your box?
I wasn't cheating, and I'll figure it out. I'm gonna win this competition fair and square.
We'll see about that. Now let's see what's happening in sports as fall draws to a close. Here's Vin Tedesco and Ryan Connolly with the scoop.
Welcome back to VSPN. I'm Ryan Connolly.
And I'm Vince Tedesco, and this is your 2015 Fall Sports Wrap-Up. The girls' volleyball team ended their season with an outstanding record of 21-6. The team won the Passaic County tournament with impressive victories against DePaul, Kennedy, and Clifton. Even with the early exit in the state tournament, Coach Karsage is proud of all his team's accomplishments this season.
Congrats to the gymnastics team on a great season. Freshman all-around winner Rachel Bucinich helped power the Indians to their second county title in 4 seasons. Bucinich also earned gold medals on the uneven bars and floor exercises. She became the first Wayne Valley freshman to win all-around since 2012.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
The cross-country team exceeded their own expectations by going 4-1 in the regular season in what was thought to just be a rebuilding year this year. They fell just short in the state sectional meet because of injuries to some of their main runners.
The field hockey team finished in the middle of the pack this year. With a record of 8-8-1, the Indians were knocked out of the semifinal of counties against Wayne Hills.
Girls tennis didn't have the season they wanted, Coach Sully said, that it was more of a rebuilding year. The team ended up going 5-8 overall. One bright spot, though, was Abby Schwartz, their key senior, ended up making first team All-County.
Oh, she's good. After doubling their win total from last year, the boys soccer team had a season to be proud of. They became first 9 seed to ever make it to the county finals before losing to Hawthorne Christian 2-1. Alexis Berowitz led the way for goals with 10, followed by Anthony Mello with 7. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I went to that game. It was actually pretty close. They held in the game with them all the way till the second half.
Wow.
Thursday afternoon of November 12th, the dream ride that was Wayne Valley girls soccer continued. Wayne Valley was the number 6 seed in the North 1 Group 3 bracket and had upset the number 3 seed Sparta and the number 2 seed Wayne Hills along the way. But the last obstacle was the largest of all, the 4-time defending Group 3 champion Northern Highlands, who was ranked number 5 in the nation. However, for 65 minutes of Thursday's sectional game, Wayne Valley was right there in them, until 2 late goals would end the Indians' underdog journey. The Indians finished with a 15-7 record. Senior goalkeeper Brianna DeLucia finished with a staggering 55 saves. The team's leader in assists and goals was junior Randy Smith, who finished with 19 goals and 13 assists on the year, and looks to continue her dominance as a senior next year.
I was on the edge of my seat that whole game. Wayne Valley football had an outstanding season, the best they had in years. The Indians went 8-1 in the regular season, with that only loss being a crosstown rival Wayne Hills. You know, they did play with their backup quarterback that game. They won their first playoff game since 2007 and made a semifinal appearance, but fell to number 1 seed Old Tappan. Senior quarterback and captain Nick Goodwin finished the year with 21 touchdowns and 1,627 all-purpose yards. Will Carney led the team with 713 rushing yards, and Ryan Montaigne led the team in receiving yards with 601. Congrats to a great season, boys.
And that is your 2015 Fall Sports Wrap-Up.
I'm Ryan Connolly.
And I'm Vince Tedesco, and you're watching VSPN.
Thanks, guys.
Stay tuned for a live studio performance, students' best selfie poses, and more right after this. Don't go away.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education? What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else? Or will you dare do something different? Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills. The smarts? Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget. That'd be cool. Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself? What are you gonna make of me?
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally. I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls.
But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on a sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the-right seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
Welcome back.
Let's check out what's happening in Wayne. Here's Anna Simone and Casey Bennett with the latest.
Anna, I like your reindeer.
Thanks, he's one of us now.
Or are we one of him? The Wayne Valley Dance Team is getting involved in the community. The dance team hosted dance workshops to teach young dancers from kindergarten to 8th grade new skills and techniques. The workshops were hosted the weekend before Thanksgiving. The girls spent the weekend learning pom, jazz, hip-hop, playing games, and fun cheers. This gave the young ladies an opportunity to interact with each other and see what high school dance team is like and if they would want to continue a career in dance. The young dancers joined the dance team during halftime at Wayne Valley basketball game to show their new moves to their parents and patrons at the home game on December 7th.
The people said no. Voters turned to the polls on November 3rd and voted no to full-day kindergarten. This program would have cost $2.1 million. Full-day kindergarten is very important for working parents, and many were disappointed with the outcome. One parent said, "It's definitely disappointing, and shame on the town and the voters who only looked at the tax base of this." On the other hand, older Wayne residents said they voted no to this program because they do not want higher taxes. Throughout the country, New Jersey is only one of 6 states that don't mandate full-day kindergarten, and throughout Passaic County, Wayne is the only district that hasn't enforced full-day kindergarten.
Didn't you love monkey bars as a kid? Find out how Skylar Colfax is using those and other equipment to get fit in Lauren Giamonti's package.
Students at Skylar Colfax are climbing their way to success thanks to new fitness equipment donated from Project Fit.
Project Fit is a national public charity, and what they do is they, through the grant process, donate permanent outdoor fitness equipment, and they also partner with local healthcare providers to fund the grant. So for this particular grant cycle, Chilton Memorial Hospital was the donor for Project Fit.
Skylar Colfax also received special training on how to use the new equipment.
Actually had a Project Fit master teacher come from Atlanta, Georgia. His name was Coach Ken, and he worked with 2 of our phys ed teachers and about 60 students who were identified by the PE teachers. Then we had a teacher come local from Basking Ridge to work with us on the outdoor equipment.
The students at Skylar Colfax have benefited positively from the new equipment.
Students making healthy choices, students participating in different activities that are actually fun and competitive. Normally when you hear the word fitness, that kind of turns kids off, but with this, it's fun. They get to compete against their fellow classmates, and truthfully, I think as a whole, the whole entire student population is really enjoying it.
The new fitness equipment is not only meant for the students, but also
for the community, so people can come here, after hours and utilize the equipment.
The best thing ever just opened in Wayne. The new drive-thru Starbucks is located on Hamburg Turnpike by the Wayne Hills Shopping Center. You can park and go inside to see the open space and order your drink from the friendly baristas, or if you're not in the mood to get out of your car, go through the drive-thru and order your grande iced soy latte.
The shopping mall across the street from Wayne Valley is a prime hangout spot for Valley students. But change is just around the corner. This A&P has been in Valley's backyard for almost 40 years. But the time has come for the store to clear out. This leaves Wayne residents wondering, what will take over the space? We don't know. What do you want the new store to be? We have the opinions of Wayne residents and this man on the street.
What would you like to see replace the A&P shopping center?
It's closed?
Yeah.
I was going shopping there just now.
I think a nice big Wawa should replace A&P. A gym, so we could all work out after school and take all the knowledge that I impart on the students here and carry it over there across the street.
Another grocery store.
Definitely a food store.
ShopRite.
Like a food court style place. A Wawa.
Definitely Trader Joe's. I think Whole Foods would be a good idea.
I don't know, another food center.
Chipotle, definitely. Need more burritos up in here.
Another grocery store, because we need one here. That's what we need.
He's at Sisto Village and Sienna Village, gave them walking ability to get to their groceries.
A gym. Costco.
The Wayne Township Council recently passed a contract to resurface the James W. Rowe Memorial Pool. This is the first time the finish on the pool will be removed and replaced. The bid is just under $250,000 and was awarded to the Allstate Technology on October 21st at the council's meeting. According to the Director of Parks and Recreation, this will not affect taxes or member fees for the pool. The new service will make the pool appear newer, and it'll be overall better for the community.
This time, the voters said yes, but Petreka said no. Jessica gives you the report on the Board of Ed changes now.
This year, the Wayne elections for the Board of Education heated up. Candidate Petreka withdrew from the election because his workload as an IT project manager increased.
Recently, I was given responsibilities of running our software update program for the software that runs the entire company.
He explained that if I can't devote the time it takes to be a board member, then I don't want to do it. Passaic County Clerk Kristen Corrado told Petreka that it was too late to take his name off the ballot.
I said, well, if I don't attend the discussions and I don't put a position out on anything, that then people won't vote for me because they won't know where I stand on certain issues and it won't be a problem.
But his name remained on the ballot, and against the odds, he won the third seat, beating Michael Bubba by 207 votes.
I actually got a text message from Michael Bubba, who lost, congratulating me on my win. I thought he was playing with me, that he won, so I didn't believe him. We went back and forth a couple times. Lo and behold, in the end, he said, I am not joking, you actually won.
Is Petreka even allowed to take the seat?
So this is a little bit of an unusual situation, but the bottom line is that Mr. Petreka was on the ballot, he was elected, and so unless something happens otherwise, it's his seat.
So what did Petreka decide to do?
No, I said in the beginning that I wasn't going to take this seat. If I turned around now and said I was going to take it, I think it would be unfair to the board. I think it would be unfair to the other individuals that ran.
So until the next election, the Board of Education will be having an empty seat.
I'm Casey.
I'm Anna, and this was Community News.
Thanks, guys.
Now, to get us in the holiday spirit, here's Anna Simone and Kelsey LaSalle performing the duet, The Christmas Song. Take it away.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys
child is gonna spy
To see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase
to kids from 1 to 92.
Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas
To you.
So Eli, what's your favorite part about Christmas?
Definitely Christmas carols. What about you?
I love seeing all those presents under the tree in the morning.
Speaking of presents, we took to the halls to find out what students at Wayne Valley are asking for this holiday season. Here's our man on the street crew asking fellow students, what do you want for Christmas?
What do you want for Christmas?
A pony. To spend time with my son and my wife.
Pink unicorn?
County championship in baseball and basketball.
Boots. John Duncan.
A dog.
Hunter Boots. I want a new car.
I want a car.
A car.
A brand new car.
A car. A new car. An Audi S5.
Oh, what do I want for Christmas? I want a big, long car. That's what I want for Christmas. The longest one ever made. I don't know. Whatever it is, that's the car I want.
I want some nice, fine women in my bed laying nice and clean, you know what I mean?
Xbox One.
I want love from my family.
I want probably clothes.
Carly Navard's new mixtape from music class.
Oh, you're putting me on the spot. Honestly, I want this new pillow that like forms to your head, like a Tempur-Pedic pillow. That's what I want.
I'm thinking more along the lines of a giraffe.
What I really want actually is probably Sam Vogel, yeah. Aisha's mom.
Maybe a girlfriend.
World peace.
Dog.
A pug.
A puppy.
A kitten.
Like a Trump president. I guess playing cards and books.
A TV. I don't know. I don't want anything. I don't want anything for Santa to slide down. No, I can't.
Well, you know, if I could ask, if possible, to be any more handsome than I already am.
For John Duncan to resign from Wayne Valley football captain.
I want for Christmas a gift certificate to the gallery so I can get my hands on.
Vince Tedesco. A rocking horse, preferably pink. Vince Tedesco. A Fetty Wap stand-up poster in my room so I can sleep to him.
Oh my god.
A life supply of blonde woman.
A puppy.
And love a good pair of rain boots.
It's true. I gotta agree.
More lollipops.
I want Christmas joy.
Christmas joy.
Still to come, we'll give you the details behind fantasy football and a preview of Valley's winter sports.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Right, mi cariño. So like I said, everything I learned about cooking, I learned from Grandma's empanadas. Shall we go again?
Yep.
Mix beef with the onions with the peppers with the paprika with the garlic with the oregano with the cumin. Got it?
Got it.
Throw in the olives, stir, season, stir again, pour out the flour, roll out the dough, make a circle, drop in a fistful of filling, fold over, press down, and ta-da!
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain.
Welcome back.
As the weather's getting colder, fall sports are wrapping up, and that means winter sports are beginning.
So what can we expect from this year's winter teams? Let's check in with VSPN to hear what lies ahead in sports.
Welcome to our edition of VSPN's Winter Preview, coming from our very own Ryan Connolly's living room. Well, this year for the winter sports, we're expecting a pretty good and successful season. Wayne Valley is usually very strong in the winter.
Talked to all the coaches this year. They're really, really confident going into the season.
Well, let's start with bowling. The bowling team is giving their best effort to strike up some big wins this season. The girls' team is trying to repeat their undefeated season last year, while the boys are trying to improve on their record. Both teams lost crucial components, but the girls took the hardest hit, losing 3 senior key captains. Girls captain Christine Verbeek said, "We all worked well together and helped to support each other. The toughest match for the Indians will be against Fairlawn. Hopefully the rising seniors will step up and strike up a win."
Wayne Valley hockey is back, coming off a not-so-exciting season. They beat, wait, Van, am I reading this right? Does that say they beat PV 8-1 in the preseason?
Yeah, I actually think it does.
Wow, that's wild, man. What an improvement from last year. They even tied their first game against Ramapo. Captain Mike West says the team is coming together better than ever, and their chemistry with one another has really improved. The bad news is senior captain, Wayne Valley TV's own, Mike West got suspended for 2 games for a physical altercation on the ice, but he'll be back soon. Best of luck to the boys this season.
I mean, if I'm ever in a fight, I know who I'm calling. After a tremendous season last year, the competition cheerleading team hopes to continue their success. The girls are hard at work practicing and preparing for their competitions after winning nationals last year. The girls are out and trying to prove that they could do it again.
The basketball team is ready to make a statement. Will this be the year they finally win a county championship? Here's Tyler Burchell with the story.
Expectations are high for the boys basketball team this year with 4 returning varsity starters. Led by seniors Nick Giuliano, Nick Goodwin, Alex Kokas, and John Zarka, the Indians look to take the next step towards the county championship.
We're hoping to make it far in counties. I mean, it's always good to win the league and just play as best we can.
We came up a little short last year, and we're hungry for this year.
The senior players hope that their history together, as well as their friendship off the court, will help them succeed on it.
We've been playing since middle school at the Wayne PAL. We have great chemistry together. We know where each player likes their shots and where they want the ball, and we just play together tremendously.
You know where people are going, you know what kind of moves they're going to do, how to spread out the court.
The experience of the team is evident, but the lack of height on the roster seems to be the biggest flaw.
We are not very tall, but we are long and athletic, so height will not be much of a problem, but everybody is going to have to rebound. It's going to have to be a team rebounding if we're going to want to win a county title.
We look like a small team, but as long as we box out, play hard on defense, guards crash the boards, we'll be fun. And because our best asset is fast breaking, so as soon as we get the rebound and we fast break, we get layups.
Coach Light, fresh off his 200th win as Valley coach last year, is holding tougher practices to get the team physically and mentally prepared for the intense season that awaits them. So what is a Coach Light practice like?
Always very intense. He preaches defense and rebounding.
Running a lot, doing a lot of defensive stuff. Coach Light's been preaching that we play defense.
It's tiring, a lot of running, a lot of yelling, but sometimes he congratulates us once in a while.
The Indians are looking to win their first ever county title. This year's squad may be the perfect group to get the title that has eluded them for years.
With only 2 returning starters, they are looking for underclassmen to step up. Senior Samantha Varelli said, "We hope to improve last year and just get better week by week." You know, they have some key shooters on that team.
I think they're going to do really well. They're looking great in practice.
Yeah, me too. Coach Sinram has been very successful here.
The fencing team is sabering through the season looking for a back-to-back county title. With an impressive record of 10-3 last year, the girls are looking to fill their big shoes that were left behind. They lost their county champ, Lindsay Hook, to graduation, and new seniors are trying to keep her title at Wayne Valley. A player to watch is Captain Lauren Valador, who has been working hard in the offseason to improve her skills. Captain Valador is looking to lead her team to go further in the state playoffs and help to refine the skills of the underclassmen.
To be honest, I've actually never been to a fencing match.
It looks really challenging, honestly.
Yeah, but I'm always seeing them in the paper and everything, reading articles that they're actually very, very good every year.
Impressive.
Well, the boys' winter track team is revved up and ready to go. After losing to Bonzi Collins, one of the best runners Wayne Valley has ever seen, they look to work hard and follow him in his footsteps for a very successful season.
That guy was quick, let me tell you. Oof. The boys' swim team is off to a great 1-1 start after defeating Wayne Hills 91-79. Joanne Sorello, the new boys coach, is leading the way along captains Jared French and Gordon Doro. But after a loss of the key swimmer Megan O'Donnell last year, the girls' team hopes to recover and do great things. Captain Natalia Moran and Vicky Verrero hope to have a fair chance at doing well this year. Both swim teams are happy with their new coaching staff and have high expectations for this season.
I don't know if I read this right, but last year I read that Megan O'Donnell actually broke every record that there is in Passaic County for girls swimming.
Number one.
It's amazing. She's actually at Notre Dame right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wait, can you hear that?
It sounds like Mr. Bennett yelling.
Wow, well, you know that it's officially wrestling season now. After numerous conversations with captains PJ Chack, Jacob Turecki, and assistant coach Gavin Bennett, they all agree that the Indian strength this year will be their heavier weight classes, with the weaknesses being in the middle classes. Coach Bennett thinks the wild card for this team this year will be the dynamic freshmen that will give the Indians an edge in close matches, like Nick Duncan, for instance, and Nick Trani.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good wrestling team this year, let me tell you.
Yeah, it's going to be a good winter, I think. I think every year we're pretty strong in our winter sports. But
yeah.
Well, this was your winter preview, and this is Vin Tedesco.
I'm Ryan Connolly.
And this was VSPN.
Welcome back to the V.
One of the trends that just keeps growing more and more is fantasy sports.
Football plus money plus competition. No wonder everyone wants in. Who wouldn't like to make some money just by drafting their favorite teams and players?
But it would be a true fantasy if it were that easy. Here's Ryan Connolly to explain the ins and outs of fantasy sports.
No! Yes! Yes!
Fantasy sports, a game that will either bring friends together or tear them apart. How does fantasy work?
At the beginning of the season, you draft a team, and throughout the season, whoever's player's teams do best, that's who wins it in the end.
How's your fantasy team doing this year?
Right now, I am 5-6. I'm like in the middle of the pack. I have a good chance of making the playoffs, but we'll see what happens.
The goal of fantasy is to have the best record in the regular season, make it to the playoffs, and win the championship. A lot of people do it because if you end up winning, you get some sort of prize, and in some other daring leagues, the loser has to do something publicly embarrassing. For some, fantasy is a great time. How do you feel about fantasy sports?
I think fantasy sports is a good thing. I think it brings a level of competition to you and your friends. I partake in fantasy football in many different ways. Actually, a couple phys ed teachers here, we are all in a fantasy football league. So come every week, we get to get on each other about what's going on week to week. We get to compete every single week with some imaginary things. But I think it's good. I enjoy doing FanDuel and DraftKings. I think it's not a bad thing if you are doing it, appropriately and not getting out of control with the gambling aspect of it.
What is your take on fantasy sports?
It's the worst. It's so bad. It's literally just like, if you like anything, don't do it.
Who is the best NFL fantasy player?
I think it is Devontae Freeman.
Antonio Brown.
I think the stats speak for themselves, Adrian Peterson, but in all my honesty, I got Aaron Rodgers on my team, and he's doing great for me.
As of right now, I'd have to say DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, it has to be Tom Brady.
My boy Antonio Brown.
If he wasn't injured, I'd have to say Gronk. He's single-handedly won me every single game so far.
Eric Decker, because he's really good looking and his babies are cute and his wife is pretty. And Peyton Manning's the worst. He's not having a good season. He's a little old and it's time for him to retire.
Eddie Lacy.
There are other types of fantasy other than season-long games. They have DraftKings and FanDuel, which are the same thing, but you have a salary cap and can pick the same players as another person, and it's only for one day or week. As of November 18th, 2015, DraftKings and FanDuel have both been declared illegal in the state of New York by Attorney General Eric Schneiderman. Should DraftKings and FanDuel both be legal?
I think that unless they eliminate the insider trading, it should be illegal until they could eliminate that. As long as there's still insider trading going on, I think that it should be illegal.
There was a huge problem with these sites because they had a lawsuit filed against them for insider trading. They were using non-public information to gain a competitive advantage in fantasy sports gambling, therefore making a ton of money off each other. John Oliver, from Last Week Tonight, had an input of his own about this daily fantasy.
The idea that daily fantasy sites are using this law to claim they're not gambling is not chutzpah, it's horse.
I turned $35 into $2 million into $40 into $0 on FanDuel.
There's been a lot of controversy over these games. People are trying to pin them as illegal gambling. The way they dodge these lawsuits is that they say it takes a certain skill to play these games, so it's not necessarily gambling.
Daily fantasy is the best. I get to play every day.
You mean you get to gamble?
It's not gambling.
Oh, it's definitely gambling. You have a massive gambling problem.
It's actually a skills-based game that is going to make us rich one day.
So, who do you have on your team this season? And are you team gambling or team not gambling?
What are you doing?
Taking a selfie. Get in.
No thanks.
Eli, get in.
I'm good.
Say Christmas.
Kwanzaa. Have you noticed how selfies are taking over? They're everywhere in social media. And this man on the street, we asked Valley students to give us their best selfie poses. Check it out.
What's your go-to selfie pose?
By the way, it's called the hunger pose.
Let me take a selfie.
Probably.
I'm thinking more of the Heisman.
Let me take another selfie. Let me take a selfie.
Well, that's it for this show.
So, do you have any guesses?
Nope, you got me.
I told you wouldn't. Open it.
Hey, Christmas cookies.
And I made them myself.
Thank you. So what do you think's in yours?
I don't know. Is this a note?
Read it.
Dear Marina, you got me Christmas cookies. They're shaped like snowmen. You're probably going to tell me that you made them yourself, even though they're store-bought. Your friend, Eli.
I believe my work here is done.
How did you know that?
Everybody have a happy, healthy winter break and enjoy the holidays. Remember, follow us on Twitter at Wayne Valley TV, Snapchat at WV_TV, and on Instagram at WV_TV.
But seriously, how did you know?
You want one?
You're not going to tell me, are you?
Just take a cookie. We'll see you again next year. Until then,
You're watching V, the best of the Valley.
You're good.
Thank you. I actually want one.
Good from the